Kia ora, sitting here in Waihi, and I felt really moved to do a video because Waihi's just a typical small North Island town and it's basically empty. We thought we'd stop and get some lunch here, and of course we can't because well, most of the cafes are closed anyway, but the cafes that are open are pretty empty and have the old Vax Pass signs in the window. Now, isn't it just ridiculous? Alan's come out of hospital with his new hip replacement after being diagnosed way back then as having COVID, despite the only symptoms being a headache for a couple of hours and having a bit of a snooze about 4 or 5 days before he went into hospital. So he's immune. I had similar type symptoms, so presumably I'm immune. We've both got natural immunity that in most places in the world would be fully recognised as being better than having an experimental vaccine. But here in New Zealand we still can't go into a cafe and buy lunch. So we've got a Prime Minister who can't understand why everyone took the time out of their lives to go down to Wellington and protest. Well, if she can't understand, she's either thick or she's being deliberately obtuse. Or deliberately running an agenda that does not match with what New Zealanders want. It is, as Alexa says, it is absolutely messed up. It is completely mad. Look, you know, little town, look at this down the street. There's a few cars. Basically, every shop is shut. And there's one little bakery that's selling a few bits and pieces. But pretty much the whole town is shut. And why can we not go into a cafe and buy lunch, just like people that have chosen to have an experimental injection? I mean, it's just completely inexplicable, completely ridiculous, and really pisses me off, to be honest. But anyway, yes, it's just shows that the government's so out of touch. Yeah, they are dropping passports on people coming into the country, which is really awesome news. So we can travel again, and that's great. But why do we have any restrictions at all? Look, most people that are getting COVID still don't really know they're getting it. The people in Wellington, it appears that there are a large number of people in Wellington who supposedly had COVID, but most of them didn't know that they had COVID. So it's clearly not that bad. And yes, we've got that. If we've had it, we're over and done with it, so we're immune. If we haven't had it yet, well, hopefully we're already immune and we're not going to get it. And if we have had it and we get it, well, it's pretty much like any other cold or flu anyway, and just, you know, get over it.